What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out Doge. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So we got Doge on the daily. We're going to be doing a lot of price action. We're going to be looking at, structure, seeing what we're in, looking at the overall market, kind of in a correction, kind of in we're heading towards a decision phase for Bitcoin. I'm going to be updating the Discord on the charts for Bitcoin as well. So if you're interested in joining the free Discord, it'll be pinned in a comment. And then also I offer a Patreon membership where, updated charts, things of that nature, that'll be there as well. But for now, we're looking at structure. We're looking at what is going on with altcoins, right? Are we in the fifth wave? Are we in a fourth wave? Are we headed lower? Are we looking to go sideways and then make another move? So far, the move has been, it is not invalidated. This is not invalidated yet. Believe it or not, it's not. And it actually has a pretty clean three-wave move. Okay, pretty clean three-wave move. So you got a 1, 2. That looks like an 886, 786 retracement level. Right about that 886, come down to that 886. For us to think bullish, we need to come and close above the 382. Okay, so we are going to move. I know the 23.9 is a big area, but I do like the. Let me see, the 17.6. I think 17.6. Only because let's go over just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna keep 17.6. Okay, we're gonna keep this 17.6. We're gonna add this 18.9 right through here. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Okay, we think higher. We want higher. We gotta close above 14. 14.1. Okay. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my ideas. These are my levels. Okay, what that does, though, when we close above, if we close above, is now we're above some EMAs. We can go sideways. Okay, making sure that we are establishing a higher low. Right, on these phases, during these bottoming processes, these 1-2s, these are the most delicate structures. These are the most I would almost say it's the most stressful, because invalidating the 1-2. When did this start? January 1st, right? Invalidating this means that we're a month now. A month has been wasted, right? You come down and close down below here. Now this whole structure is no good, and then we got to do it all over again, right? That's the idea behind having the 1-2 invalidated. You have a 1-2, and you begin the third. Okay, Yes, you have a possible three-wave move, but you've got some action. You've got something going on. Kind of just gone sideways. We started going up January 1st. We've come down. The opens for a lot of altcoins don't have any wicks. No wicks to the downside. So, when I made those videos, you can go back to January 1st. I brought that up. I said, hey, look, we're going straight up. We have no wicks to the downside. I don't really like that. Because what that has established now is if we go down, if we close below the January open, that's really bad. Because now we've established and formed a bearish wick to the yearly candle, to the yearly open, to the monthly open. We've established something that is not good. All right, look at this. All right, look at that. Let me get rid of some of this drawings over here. Not good. Right, no wick to the bottom, nothing to the bottom. Is there anything similar to this? Something like through here. It's not similar. There's nothing similar. Something through here, but you have an itty bitty wick. Something through here, but you have an itty bitty wick. Something through here, itty bitty wick. Where's January? January, when it started off red, then we had some green. some green months behind it, right? Pardon me. Where's January? This January was green, and then we had a pretty bad February and March. So, yeah, this January has about is it 31 days? I think it is 31 days. About 9 days. 9 days left to figure itself out. All right, crypto has been running on fumes for a while. We'll go back to the daily. About the weekly. The weekly is still intact. Crypto's been running on fumes for a while, right? Precious metals are running. The S&P has been doing well. Things have been doing well besides crypto. It's running on fumes. And if this market wants to stay alive, if market makers want to keep this market alive, something is going to have to go, right? Something's going to have to go up. Maybe Bitcoin goes down and altcoins go up. To have people forget. People forget, man. People forget. You know, you have some pretty strong bearish momentum. Pretty strong bearish momentum on the MACD. On the Fu Manchu, yes. No, we don't have any bullish divergence on the Fu Manchu, but it's oversold. It's oversold on the daily. You've come down through, pardon me, on the RSI. You know, you bounce down. Are we going to get some kind of bounce and go? We couldn't hold what's new. You couldn't hold the sell side wall on the RSI. Nothing new there. But in terms of where we need to go, it's the 17622 level. It's right at the 200 and the 800 EMAs. It's right there. And, you know, in terms of this C wave, it came down right to that 1618. You know, some of these, some of the levels, crypto in general, the reason why I bring up manipulation so often and so much is because a lot of the requirements are met. Like this 1-2 requirement of a correction has been met. It has a 3-wave move. You hit your 1618, hit your 886. Okay, it's established. You have a 1-2. But market makers, they don't want to rely. They don't want, price action. They don't want trade signals. They don't want indicators to allow leverage to be in the moves. So even though this 1-2 is set up, it's functional, nothing's wrong with it. In my gut feeling, they're gonna invalidate this. Right? They're gonna invalidate this until we get above this 141. Until we get above this 141 level. That is, that's the area that we're looking to. That's the idea. Right now, it just feels like crypto is being held down and pushed down by a greater force. That's what it feels like. If this was gold, if this was silver, if this was Tesla, if this was Google, if this was a traditional stock that doesn't have hundreds of millions and billions of leverage in there that benefits exchanges directly if liquidated, this would play out. I've done this before. I've used this before. I did it in ASST. I'm still doing it there. DJT. Those are two current traditional stocks I'm in, but it's not just those two. This is how traditional stocks typically play out. Right? You have a nice 1-2. You've come down. You've corrected. Now you have. You have the time and you have the day to get up and start making your move up because you've been in a correction. Where's the sell side pressure? You have your sell side pressure. Where is it down here? Is this sell side pressure? You're telling me there's sell side pressure down after already being down 70%. There's people selling right now. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I think market makers right now know the short levels that they're not going to be liquidated at and are just shorting. Yeah, they're just shorting. People aren't selling. Market makers know, okay, well, we know that if we can control the price up, we can just short at a certain level and not have to worry about it. They just get in cahoots with one another. That's what happens. In my opinion. So, but DOGE, So I digress. Let's go into Doge, right? So we've come down. We've already established. We've come down to the 886. We've come down to the 1618. We have a 1-2 setup in place. Before we can even think about 1-4, 1-2, we need to get above this 1-3 level. We've already established that, RSI. It looks like it wants to bounce, but it kind of also looks like it wants to come back testing and then go. MACD is pretty bearish. There's a lot of bearish momentum. We crossed down below the 0 again, so we need to cross back above the 0. Probably need to back test it and go. Maybe not back test, but you know what I mean. Something where you can establish maybe a little bit of a little blimp and then go, so we can verify that this is the move. In terms of the 4-hour chart, let's get on here. Okay, 4-hour chart. So we have, like we've established, we have a night. I mean, this is a beautiful 3-wave move. 3-wave move, beautiful 3-wave move. You get this 1-2. You have your A, B, C for your third. You could even have. I mean, realistically, you could have a 1-2, A, B, C for your third. You came up for your fourth, and you need a 5th wave down. 5th wave down, double bottom, then you go. All right, that's something that could be possible. Definitely possible. Let's see in terms of retracement level. So you got a 1-2. It didn't close down below, so we're good. All right, it didn't close down below, so we're good. Bada bing, bada boom. A 2-6-1-8 of that A wave of the third, which is good. That's perfect. Coming down. What I'm reading right here is right here. Complete move. Pardon me. So let's take this. We're gonna put this down through here. If this is the third. That's the thing. So the wick is so far down. We're gonna use this wick. It's fine. 2-2. It's right at that 1-6-1-8. Perfect. That I'm pretty sure that's how I got that last time. Kept so 11-8-1-5. Pardon me. 11-8-1-5 would be the termination point if we're in a 5th wave. If we're in a 5th wave, the 1-6-1-8. Typically, it could be to the. You could run it to the 2. That would invalidate. Everything would invalidate, right? Everything below 1-1-8-1-5 would invalidate. So that's how we got that level right through there. Below all your EMAs, right? Pretty much rejecting the 20 as we go. Is this the start of something new? Is it the start of something new? We'll see. 382. Well, we've already established that the 13120 is not valid. We've already established that. So there we go. There we go. We want this to be valid. Need to get above this 12598. It does have a 3-wave move structure. It does do that. In terms of, because this took out this, so this is no good. So this right here could be a reversal. It could be the start of something different. Pardon me. Yeah, close above 12598, and we're looking to possibly come up through here and start moving and grooving. If that is the low, okay, let's do this real quick. Right through here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna ignore that other wick. I'm just going to do it. Use this extension. The 2618. I mean, Doge is a pretty big asset. All right, pretty big asset. I do want to see it. Where's that 17 at? 17 is so far away. Holy smokes. I mean, the 2 is right through here, 2618. this is getting tough when you get down through here. I do want to see it close above that 139. I do. All right, you got something right through here. You got something right through here. All down in here. So 139. All right, all these are going to be updated. Bada bing, right there. There we go. So the way the channel works, the way the channel operates is we're down below 12587. So these are the two levels. Okay, we close above. We're targeting above. We close below. We have to, this whole thing is invalidated, and we'll look to, get some lower levels put on the charts. So really looking to hold this 11826, and then in general, right, we're looking for a close above 12587. That would allow for, us to believe, us to think, us to, look towards higher prices. Let's do this right here. It's coming up to another area where you can possibly reject from. Right. A lot of people forget that these sell side walls. Oh yeah, you're coming up to the sell side wall. Oh yeah, you can also reject from the sell side wall, and find yourself in some turmoil. So, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got for Doge. If you're interested in joining the free Discord, it'll be pinned in the comment on the video. There's also a paid Patreon membership where you get more exclusive benefits through the Discord. There's also benefits. There's 2 spots left for the advanced sheet for the command center. So when you enroll in the Patreon, you get that for free. There's 2 spots left. So you're interested in that. If you have questions, concerns, reach out. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. Peace.